In a story that we're following closely here at News First, yesterday the General Manager of Sri Lanka Railways, in an interview with News First, explained his stance and the actions being taken into the importation of 12 locomotives for the upcountry railway line. However, questions continue to remain on the timeline of events that preceded the tender.
Recently, Newsfirst as well as several other print media outlets highlighted that possible corruption was brewing within Sri Lanka Railways with regard to the decision to purchase 12 locomotives for service in the upcountry railway line. Newsfirst has learned that Sri Lanka Railways is in the process of finalizing a deal with General Electric, a manufacturer based in USA. Incidentally, in 2012, GE had placed an unsolicited bid in order to supply locomotives of the upcountry railway line. The very next year, a group of 4 officials connected to Sri Lanka Railways embarked on an assessment and study tour of GE locomotives in Tibet, which Newsfirst has learned was fully funded by General Electric, which placed the unsolicited bid. Sources revealed to Newsfirst that several members of the group on the tour of Tibet in 2013 also played a part in drafting the technical specifications for the latest tender, and they were also in the technical evaluation committee.
There was a thing like that, but that had nothing to do with this tender.
Okay.
That was an unsolicited offer they brought a couple of years back. There was a period in former government that unsolicited offers were entertained.
Yeah.
If then management decided for some senior officers to go and have a look for the purpose of looking at this, considering the unsolicited offer. Okay. It's only one party, no? That kind of thing would have happened. I don't deny. But, however, the Tibet locomotive which is running is not the locomotive we are asking now.
So, you are expressly saying that this trip to Tibet in 2013 has nothing to do with this tender, right?
Nothing to do with this.
Were 2 of these members in the technical evaluation committee that was put together to prepare this tender specifications for this time around, for 2016?
Mostly these officers are there, not all. But in railway, this kind of technical committee, there are very few people can be appointed because they must be senior enough, their rank must be high, there must be recognition for the committee officers. Many of them have been appointed. But my point is this: railway specification has been prepared to suit the railway requirement.
International companies have connections to certain officials here. These companies are companies which manufacture engines and carriages. As per the requirements of these companies, the officials travel overseas with or without the permission of the relevant authorities. The companies sometimes pay for these overseas tours. The objective of these international companies is to sell the product they manufacture to some country. So they have connections to officials in countries like Sri Lanka and other countries for this purpose. What they want to do is to sell the engines or the carriages they manufacture at a high cost. There is a massive scam in this. Politicians are involved in this. The management is involved in this. The high authorities are involved in this. Certain people of the railways are involved in this. We condemn this.